For the first time since buying this farm, it finally feels like things are starting to come together. When we got here, this place was rough, there was no real outdoor living space, and every project felt bigger than we expected. But now things are slowly starting to change. The builder started working on the screened-in porch frame, while we focused on improving the land around the battery house and making the road wider with clay and stones. There's still a lot to do, but for the first time we can actually start imagining what this place could become. And honestly, seeing that happen is a pretty good feeling. So in this video we're going to show you everything we worked on this week and how this old farm in Portugal is slowly starting to transform. So that's the wrap for day one. 3 pillars over here. And all the pillars for over there. Everything is lined out. Not everything is in square, because it shouldn't be in square. We wanted it in an angle because of the road we really like to keep. Good morning, guys. This week we have a very busy week, well, the next couple of weeks I guess, because the builders are very busy around the house with the screened-in porch, with the garage for the car, with the garage for the truck. So yeah, I can't do that much around the house. So what I'm going to do is clean up the part around the shed, around the battery house, because, well, with everything going on, it became a little bit of a mess. So it's time to clean up a little bit. And I will show you the mess. But before that, I wanted to show you this part, because I've told you that Frank the digger dug out some soil, and today we got another delivery of this stuff, and so we can widen up the road a little bit. And well, then we go to the mess around the battery house. These are the metal beams the guys need, so that's not the mess, but we had to remove our hoses, so they're up there. We cut some hoses that were still laying around on the land. We have some cardboard that was here because we built and filled that raised bed. Now we'll give you an update about the tomatoes later. And also up here, the grass need to be cut, the cardboard need to be removed, and the shed is a little bit too full, so I will clean that one out, clean the battery house a little bit so we can make it all nice and tidy. And another thing I'm going to do in this area is add more gravel to it, because well, we had great help last week, but well, it's not enough yet, because we want it over here, between there, and also around the shed, so when it rains it's not going to be muddy and all that. So we just want it to be nice and dry to walk even during the winter period. So that's what I'm going to do this week, and probably also next week. We will show you the frame and the future screen tint ports later on in the video. So yesterday evening we had a delivery of tufna, and that's basically clay and stones, the same material as the road is made of. But I forgot to film it because I was very busy telling the driver not to get stuck in the ditches in the road, because we have two of them over here. one over there you can't see, but also one over here. And that's for the carport of our truck, which the builders will build, and you already hear them making a lot of noise. And over there you see the structure for the screened in porch. Over here you see the tufna he delivered, and I'm going to spread it so the road is a little bit wider. And after that we will take care of some of the younger trees again. And the reason why I'm going to do it today is because they forecast a lot of rain the coming days, and the stones and clay will be very strong after some rain. So therefore it's the ideal moment to spread it out. So now I've done this little pot. I noticed that a lot of the tufna needs to go that way, and that's also where we have the turn and where the crossroad will come to there, and with the walking path to there. But we're going to need a lot of stuff over here, so I'm going to start here. And now it's time to go back to the road again. like those little sand thingies for on your desk, you know? But I think that's a little less hard work than this is. It is the same, I guess. Yesterday I was thinking that it might not be enough tufna for the part we wanted to fill with tufna. But now I think it's more than enough, so I'm also want to use some of it in front of the battery house because the first part is done. And this is the first part. So up here it's still a little bit too much, and around the corner we need to fill in this part. But in the meantime, I'm next to the tomatoes. I almost broke my neck. I'm next to the tomato plants I've replanted in last week's video, and they're doing way better. I will show you. I think they're doing pretty good. They're standing nice and tall, and also the peppers up here are starting to form. The chilies changing color. They need to turn red eventually. So I think at the end it was a good success. And up here we have already some tomatoes growing. And up here we have our strawberries. We didn't eat anything ourselves yet, but that is going to change today. I hope. Because this one is good. This one, well, almost. But we have some nice ones growing up here. Also ready to eat. So I'm going to take them out and make my wife very happy with the first strawberry from our own garden. Hope she likes them as much as my nephew did. But for now, back to the tufna and the battery house. So some of the parts of the road are a little bit wobbly because, well, it is used. Trucks have drove by the tractor, so yeah, and a lot of rain, so we have a little bit of a wobbly road. So yeah, it's a good thing that we have some spare tufna, so we can fill in the gaps because the road needs a little bit TLC. Dat, ja. So, first job of today is done, and eventually it will turn grey, but for now this is good. So the idea is to get the wheelbarrow, put the spare tufna into the wheelbarrow. Within a couple of months, of course, we will have winter again, and well, we've learned that it can be very, very wet, although it was the wettest winter in 30 years, but it can be very wet and very muddy up here, so therefore a little bit of tufna in front of it would solve that problem. So that's it, but first it's time to have some lunch. So now the guys are finished around the house and the garage. As promised before, this is the result up until now for the frame for the screened-in porch, and we will paint it matte white because eventually it will look like this picture we've created with AI. They started up here. So now the area in front of the battery house is cleared of all the stuff that was laying in front of it and against it. It's time to put the tufna in front of it, but not completely, because we also need to add some gravel around the battery house and the shower, the outdoor shower we have. So my lovely wife made me a drawing so I know where to put the tufna. And this is a drawing I've got from her. And all these things is gravel. This is the shower, this is the battery house, and this is the shed we have. And all this is tufna. So basically over there, we need gravel, as you see, and also over here until that part, because that's what the drawing's saying. Well, then it needs to be like this. So yeah, the tufna is not coming over there, not coming over there, and not coming over here, because that will be gravel. But this will be tufna up until the road, as you see. So that were 4 wheelbarrows of tufna. I'm going to spread it now to see how far I got. So I think I'm going to add, half a wheelbarrow to this part. so it's high enough, and then I'm going to connect it to the road, and after that I will go that way, because it needs to come up here as you saw on the drawing, but the guys are working up here building the garage for the truck, so it makes no sense to do this because they need space. And after I'm finished with the shovel, I will make it as straight as this can be with the road again, so everything should go smoothly when we drive over it or fall over it. Our wheelbarrow. Oh yeah. And there is a little bit to connect the road. And it's a little higher than the road, but with all the rain it will be more compact, so therefore it will be a little bit lower eventually. So after inspection of my wife, we've decided that we're going to add the tufna up to here, as we've done now, and also that we're going to dig a little trench up here to put the red hose in. And over here we have the gravel in the outdoor shower, and the idea was for this week to finish the outdoor shower, clean up this part of the homestead. It's a bit of a mess, but well, it is what it is. To sort out the shed and also to sort out the stuff that we have laying in the battery house. But all in all, that will be things for the next coming weeks. Also mowing the grass, obviously, because it is already the 7th of May, so we still have 3-4 weeks to cut the grass. That's plenty enough time, but we need to do it. But for the coming weeks I will sort this part out and make it nice and clean, so it's fully prepared for the coming summer. We didn't do that much this week because Kiyomi needed surgery on her bladder, and it seems for now that everything is fine with her, so that's really a relief. But she needs to recover and she wants nothing more than to be with the two of us, so therefore we had a little bit of a relaxing week. So today is a new day and it already started to be a little bit more chilly, so therefore I have my sweater on, but also it's time to put some fresh soil and hay around the younger trees, because this is the perfect moment to do it, because we will have a lot of rain the coming days, and by laying the hay and the freshly soil on the dry ground now, with the rain it can soak in, so that's the perfect time to do it. We have a couple of them that needs some attention, like this pecan. The other one is standing over there and that one is doing much better. So I removed the weeds, and now it's time to put some fresh soil so it has nutrition, and the hay on top of it, so the moisture can stay in the ground or around the tree, better said. And I'm going to do that with all the younger trees. And well, as you might know, we have approximately 20, maybe 30 in the meantime, new trees planted. So, and most of them already have nutrition and hay, but I'm going to check in on them. And if they need more nutrition or a little bit more hay, I'm going to add more to it. But some don't have it yet. So this will do it, especially with the rain that they are forecasted. And as you can see, no hay against the trunk of the tree, because then it will start to rot. But well, it needs a little bit attention, although it still has some good parts on it. So I'm not concerned yet. Well, it started a little bit, because the other tree, the other pecan tree, is looking way better, as you can see over here. But also for this one, going to remove the weeds around it, adding soil and adding some hay. So the weeds around the cherry tree are gone, but taking care of our younger trees also means that we're going to cut the leaves and branches that are coming out of the bottom of the tree. So the nutrition goes to the parts of the tree where we want it to go, and that's up there. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done it.